Joined now by Jabulile Mazibuko, who's with the National Association of Child Care Workers. Jabulile, thank you for making time. National Child Protection Week is commemorated, and the aim is to raise awareness of the rights of children as articulated in the Constitution. Do you think the campaigns we've had over the last couple of years in ensuring that the most vulnerable in our society do not suffer abuse have actually worked?
I think it's work in progress. We are still trying by all means to actually advocate and assist children to be actually protected. As the National Association of Child and Youth Care Workers, we have actually taken a different approach, where we have actually introduced children's mapping, where we tried to actually identify, how children want to be protected now and beyond. And we did that through drawings, and children actually expressed themselves in different forms that, they want to be protected from the violence that is taking place in the community. They want to be protected from the sexual abuse that is taking place, emotional abuse, the gender-based violence that they are also seeing in their own homes. And while we're still having children that are saying, this is our voices, this is how we want to be protected. So it still shows that as organization, as the government, as a private sector, we still need to do more in protecting children. Because if children are still raising their voice and saying we want to be protected, it still means that there's an area of growth that we need to close as different people and the different sectors.
Okay, so then I imagine it is important then to involve children when we look at ways to protect them, the importance of giving them that platform to share their views on protection against child abuse and neglect. What do they say when you ask the children themselves and you look at their drawings and their expressions? How would they like to be protected now and beyond?
So they want to be protected in a way that they have a safer space where they could come in and be children and enjoy being children. And they want to be protected. They're saying that they want visibility of police officers in their community. They want child and youth care workers. They want NGOs. They want child welfare. They want Childline, the different stakeholders to be there, to be in their own space, in their own communities, so that they could be able to actually restore the hope. So they want us to be there. They want each and everyone to be there in their community. They want the visibility of these different stakeholders to be in their community, and also to listen to them, to hear how they would actually want to be protected. And they want to be part of the conversation. When we did this mapping, when children were drawing, we had this particular young person who actually expressed that, there's a person that took me and put me in a place, in a shed, where it was actually closed, no one was there to help me. But now this person was arrested, now released. The child does not understand, why is this person out there? So we as the stakeholders, we as the people of the community, we need to stand up and say, this person is not meant to be in the community. This person is supposed to be arrested. And we cannot do it as individuals. So we require different stakeholders to play their part when it comes to protecting children. So children are really saying, let the services be more visible to us. Let the stakeholders make time for us. When we knock on their door, let them open the door and support us.
Yeah. What about the role of parents? What do they need to do to strengthen that protection for their children? So
the role of parents as well is also to be able to report when the abuse is taking place. They need to be the voice of their children as well. They need to also act when they are seeing that there is abuse taking place. And they need to also protect children by ensuring that they engage into conversation where they are educated about how children should be protected, on how to actually access these services. Because as a parent, one would want to go there to actually say, this is the service that I require. But sometimes because of how how certain services are provided, they tend not to understand, and then they tend to give up. But we are saying we need to restore the hope to the parents that these services are there to protect their children. We need to also encourage parents that parents, it is your responsibility as well to protect your child. Not only the stakeholders, but you to play your part. And we are also saying to people in the community not to keep quiet when the abuse is taking place, because some of the abused parents themselves are the one abusing children. So it would require another person to stand up on behalf of this child and report the case. If the child is unable to do that, then let the society or the community stand up and report the case.
Is there enough support for the victims of abuse? So children who have been abused, whether in their homes, whether in schools, is there enough support for them? Just a place of safety where they can be taken, psychological support?
We do have different stakeholders that are available, but we are saying that is not enough. In other areas, you find it's one stakeholder that is available, and with the capacity of lots of people accessing it, it becomes difficult for a quality of service to be rendered. I strongly believe that we need more resources, we need more stakeholders to be more available for the community in different areas. So we do have, but we need more in terms of funding, building capacity in other NGOs as well that are providing the services. We need to ensure that, when there is funding for this particular stakeholder to be in this area, then they are able to provide the service. But with limitation of funding and also limitation of, being limited to a particular service provider, it becomes too much, and they're unable to reach out to everyone in the community. So we definitely need a lot of resources for our communities.
Okay. Jabulile Mazibuko, thank you for making time for us.